All right, and why did you pop your balloon?
I think she's just a little bit too natural for me. Just a little too natural.
That is a new one. Go ahead, elaborate. Go ahead.
Not that being natural who you are is a bad thing, but you know, I know what I like at 34, and so I pay attention to lashes and how your eyebrows are done and how your hair is done, and I see that she, on her natural, I see the beads, so I see she all the way natural, and I like a little bit more prissy and dainty and makeup and that, you know, lashes and eyebrows and hair, you know, and I know that, so I'm not gonna play with her.
All right, so what's your thoughts on that? Listen, so this man actually stated that the woman was too natural for him. Now, I know the Bonnet Crew Sisterhood Society gonna be like, see, I told you, they don't really like natural this, they don't like natural that. I mean, the woman in the video clip, you couldn't really see her, but she had braids in her hair kind of pent up. She wasn't all done up, is what it looked like. She wasn't, you know, she didn't have all the lashes. She looked like she had extensions in her hair, if I'm not mistaken, but she didn't have all the lashes, all the extras. She just wasn't all done up. She was kind of plain, in my opinion, what you would call plain. And he's expressing, hey, that he want a woman who's a little bit more done up, probably. He wants a woman who has some nails, you know, the lashes done. He like that. We're not saying it doesn't have to be the big, unusual lashes, but he wants more of a dainty woman who wears, you know, probably makeup, you know, hair done up, lashes, you know, just looking nails. He likes that kind of stuff. And there are a lot of men who like that kind of stuff. I'm just saying. But I think the difference is, and this is just my opinion, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I think the difference is, I think some women have taken it to the extreme. Women have always worn makeup, and they always will. Women have always worn extensions and wigs and weaves and lashes and nails. They've always done it, and they always will. Now, not to the degree in which we see it now. You know, women have, if you go back you know, to earlier in the 60s and 70s, you see women with afros and things of that nature, but there are women who polish their nails. I remember when you couldn't wear red. Red was like, oh my God, heresy. It's a harlot. If you wore red lips or red hair or red anything, you was considered a harlot. So red is just, and even to this day, there are some men who don't like red lipstick or red on women. That's crazy to me, but it is what it is. But I think women, even back in the 60s, and as far as I could remember, wore wigs. Wigs have always been there. So they've worn wigs and extensions and things of that nature, and makeup and stuff like that. It's just that now it does not, the hair that a lot of black women wear is not a hair texture that looks like their hair. And I think that's the difference. So that's where it's very, very obvious, because a lot of women want to wear loose, straight, you know, hair that mimics other races and not ours. But back in the day, they wore afro wigs. They wore afro hair that, you know, some of them wigs were on the straight side, like they had a pressing comb or whatever. But what I'm saying, and my point is, women will always wear hair, makeup, and all these things. That's just a part of being a girl, in my opinion. But there is an extreme level to it. And I do think men like feminine, soft looking women. If you got a woman that's natural and she just wears her own hair and she I think that's great. But the majority of women will want to change it up. I have seen all kinds of women who have long, beautiful hair, and they still wear extensions to make it thicker. They wear, you know, little pieces in there. You wouldn't even know it, because the ones who do it right, you don't even know it, because it just adds to what they already have. And it just gives them a more polished look. Makeup, they wear makeup, but the makeup looks natural. See, that's why I say I think most men, and like I say, let me know what y'all think. There are men who have a preference. They don't want it at all. And I think that's fine. And I like, go for the woman who has what you like. There's nothing wrong with it. Then there are men who are okay with it, because a lot of times it looks good to them. They're attracted to that. A woman who has soft hands and she has nails, but they look natural and they're dainty and they're cute and just soft skin, and just, you know, even if she has extensions, it's nicely done and it looks natural, and it doesn't look ghetto. Get what I'm saying? I'm just saying. And she goes out and she represents you, and you know, men looking and like, oh my gosh, your wife is beautiful, or your girl is beautiful because she looks good. But when you coming out with that bust down blonde 613 wig on, and you coming out with big long nails that's just super long, and you coming out with the Skippy 304 Magic City outfit to match it, and then you have these long super curved lashes, your eyes red, they irritate your eye. You're looking just like a hot mess. That's embarrassing. Oh my God. And a cake full of makeup on your face piled on to where you can't even see your skin. Well, it's just like you're a whole new person, and it don't look very good. That's the problem that I think most men have with the hair and the makeup. When you look like a buffoon, you just look a hot, stupid mess. I don't think anybody looks at that and say, oh my God, that looks so great. No, it's gone too far. They don't want to look like themselves. So they're trying to transform into something else. And I think that's what most men are saying. I've had men tell me this on my panels that, hey, they don't mind the stuff if it looks good and here and there. Like if you're going out and hey, you want to add a little something. Hey, it's cool. Women have been doing it. Women have and this is all races of women, by the way. It's not just black women who do this. White women wear extensions, pieces, all of it. Makeup, all of it. All of the enhancements. Just a lot of women wear it. And it's not just about not having hair, because you can say, oh, for a lot of black women, their hair is short. Which there are there are a lot of black women who have long, beautiful hair. So it's not even that. But sometimes people believe that and think, oh, that's why they're wearing the wigs. No, a lot of women have a lot of hair up under those wigs. Trust me. A lot of women have a lot of hair up under those wigs. It's just they don't, let's call it what it is. Sometimes they don't want to deal with their hair. Some people call it lazy. I just think, listen, it depends on your lifestyle. If you have a hectic lifestyle, you don't want to deal with your hair. You got other things that's more important. If you got a wig that supplement that, I don't see anything wrong with it. You don't depend on that when you're not busy, you're not doing anything, you take that off. So that's y'all know my perspective on it. But on the flip side, there are women who have transformed their faces and their bodies, and they put this stuff on and it becomes them. That's who they are. They don't know who they are without it. And they present themselves with these things, and they want you to accept them as such. And they never want to take it off because they can't stand their natural hair. They can't stand the way they look without it. So they need it. It's a crutch. They need it all the time, 24. That's a different story. And I think, once again, when men see that, they look at it as an insecurity. And then they look at it as, oh my God, I just want to see your natural face, who you are naturally. And some of these women are afraid to show you that because they are insecure and don't like how they look. So you have that. But I think from what this guy said in his video, I just think he's very specific on what it is that he wants. He don't want an earthy, just natural woman who never glams it up or never, he's saying what he likes. And I don't see anything wrong with that. But once again, the Bonnet Crew Society will take that and see, y'all say y'all want natural, but y'all go after the girls with all the BBLs and then this and that and that. But I think y'all missing the point. It's not, natural doesn't mean just looking raggedy. You know what I mean? And I think that's the difference. A lot of women take me as I am, and they show up on the screen with crusty lips, the afro just sitting there. It ain't been combed. It ain't been moisturized. You just sitting there face dry like you just got out of bed and say, I'm going to show these ninjas. I'm going to show them. You want natural? Here you go, ninja. A lady just made a video of that. Just popped up. Here you go. This is what you want. Hair just not... No, it doesn't mean that you don't take care of yourself. You can still make yourself look nice. You don't have to just look dry and dusty because you're natural. No, moisturize your skin. Get yourself together. Look nice. Who says you got to look a hot mess just because you don't have a wig and a caked on face full of makeup? You still can make yourself look nice and present yourself properly. But no, they come on there crusty and dusty talking about, here you go. This is what you want. No, they don't want it. They don't want it with the wig, with the hair, makeup, or without, boo. And that don't mean just let yourself go and be fat, dusty, crusty, and you got your natural hair out, not comb. No, comb your hair. Put some clothes on. Get yourself together. Y'all, why do y'all think, it's just crazy to me. But anyway, so yeah, I think there are men who want feminine. Most men want feminine women. You want a woman who looks great. That's just bottom line. Who looks good. If she look good and she got some extensions on, I don't think most men would care. Because most men don't care about that. If it looks good. If she look good and she's well presented, I don't think most men care. And that's just my thoughts. And that's just what I've seen. I've heard men say, oh, they don't want no woman who wears weaves and makeup. And then you come across an attractive woman who have a weave in, but it looks natural and it look good. Oh my gosh, she bad. She look good. She fine as hell. Yeah, because she looks good. It's not about that. It's how you present it. It's from what I'm gathering. There is a way to do it where you look good as opposed to making yourself look stupid. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I want to know y'all thoughts. Do you agree or do you disagree? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Chime in. I want to hear what you have to say on this, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye.